Imagine the gritty, romantic atmosphere of boxing in the early 20th century, when courage mattered more than modern technology. A time when head protection was not yet commonplace and each bout could last up to 30 rounds or more, testing the fighter's fortitude and willpower. Victory came not only through technical superiority, but often through complete exhaustion of the opponent. A particularly glorious milestone of that era was the encounter between James Jeffries and Jim Corbett in 1903. The fight lasted as many as 10 rounds, but for that era, that was far from the limit. Truly epic fights could last 20, and sometimes up to 45 rounds, shocking even the most hardened fans. Several decades passed, and boxing continued to develop inexorably. On the horizon, the 1970s opened a new stage in the history of this sport, the era of triumphs and bright performances of Muhammad Ali. Unlike his predecessors, Ali inspired admiration not only for his ability to withstand blows, but also amazed with incredible hand speed and amazing dexterity. His phrase "float like a butterfly, sting like a bee" entered the annals of history, confirming that in a fight, not only physical endurance plays a key role, but also subtle psychological preparation, allowing you to gain the upper hand over your opponent. The fight of the century between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier in 1971 was one of the most significant events in boxing history, attracting the attention and captivating over 300 million viewers worldwide. Both fighters displayed not only supreme skill, but also an unyielding will that was astounding. After a tough 15 rounds, Frazier emerged victorious, winning the fight on points, inflicting Ali's first professional defeat. The fight was a landmark in showing how rapidly fighting strategies evolve and how the rules that define the physical and psychological limits of fighters change. While classic boxing continued to grow, a new and exciting trend emerged on the scene, mixed martial arts, or MMA, which gradually began to gain popularity. In 1993, the first organized tournament, UFC 1, was held, which marked a new era for the sport. The tournament became famous for being virtually unrestricted. There were no weight classes, no strict rules prohibiting techniques, except perhaps the most dangerous ones, such as biting or poking in the eyes. This created a tense and unpredictable atmosphere for the fights. At this historic tournament, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu master Royce Gracie caused a sensation by demonstrating the importance of grappling techniques. He defeated all his opponents, forcing them to submit, proving that in the world of fighting, it is not only the power of the blow, but also skill, technique, and strategy that are decisive. The humble Gracie showed the audience that strategy and intellectual understanding of the fight can prevail over pure physical strength, forever changing the perception of martial arts. In the 21st century, both boxing and MMA have reached new levels thanks to advances in technology, new training methods, and a scientific approach to sports training. Today, boxers and mixed martial artists train not only to improve their striking technique, but also to develop endurance, reaction accuracy, and even to strengthen their mental state, which becomes an important competitive advantage. They devote many hours to general physical training, as well as analyzing their opponents in order to create and improve unique strategies that will help them achieve victory. Take, for example, Canelo Alvarez, a famous Mexican boxer who earned success in the ring through his hard work and perseverance. Canelo has spent thousands of hours developing his skills, including honing his striking technique and increasing his reaction speed. This hard work and persistence paid off as Alvarez became a champion in several weight classes and gained wide recognition for his ability to adapt his fighting style to the characteristics of a particular opponent. His famous fight with Gennady Golovkin was an event that attracted millions of viewers around the world. This fight demonstrated that modern boxing is not just a classic fight for victory, it is a real chess match, which requires strategic thinking and the ability to make quick decisions in a rapidly changing situation in the ring. As for the world of mixed martial arts, such outstanding fighters as Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov have gained immense popularity and fame. Their legendary fight in 2018 became one of the most anticipated and discussed events in the history of the UFC. In this fight, Khabib, who has a strong wrestling base, demonstrated how the correct use of martial arts skills can decide the outcome of a battle. He won by using a choke and showed that even one wrong move or tactical error can lead to defeat, regardless of the level of training. Conor McGregor, on the other hand, is known for his unique approach to fighting. His unconventional technique, lightning-fast strikes, and flamboyant behavior at press conferences and after fights have become his calling card. He turns every battle in the ring into a real show, which attracts the attention of fans from all over the world and makes his fights rich not only in sporting but also dramatic elements. So today, boxing and MMA are exciting combinations of strategy, physical endurance, and mental preparation. Each fight is a story that can change the rules of the game. It is a struggle for victory, where strength, speed, and mental fortitude come into play. This is what millions of fans and thousands of fighters around the world live for, and this is what makes people return to the sport again and again.